Something huge just hit silver, and you won't see this expressed in the spot price that we follow every day. You won't see this by looking up market trends and charts online. I visited a local coin show yesterday, and if you really want to get your thumb on the pulse of the silver market, you need to attend one of these local coin shows. Even if you have to drive 45 minutes, drive an hour, you've got to go, because this is where you really understand the mind of the silver dealer. You and I, we are silver stackers. This silver that I'm holding and showing on my screen, I'm just a silver stacker. I'm not a dealer. I don't sell anything. I don't sell silver. Never. I just constantly stack and hoard. That's what we do, right? We're silver stackers. But when you go to these local coin shows, there's at least 50 to 100 dealers in one room, and they all bring their best to sell. That's fun. You get to see some, really fancy products. But the part that I love is I get to talk one-on-one with dealers. Now, unfortunately, every show these days, they never allow you to film. I would love to have access. I'd love to be able to just turn on my iPhone and just record some videos to show you what these conversations are like. But they're very strict. And really, it's just because nobody wants to be seen in the background of one of these videos, and nobody wants to have the world know how much money they're spending on bullion. I mean, this is a cash-heavy industry. We know this. So the part that is really crazy that's going on with silver is that I spoke to three different coin dealers at this show, and all three of them are planning to retire within the coming months. And they said the same thing. They're not planning to retire because they feel old and they just want to go to the beach and look at the sunset. No, they all said the same thing. They all told me that they got into this game. They got into owning their own local coin shop because they collected coins. They collected rare coins, and they wanted to sell rare gold and rare silver coins. And when they were younger, there was a big market for that, and that was a great profession. But now that the market has changed, rare gold and rare silver, you don't find that at a local coin shop. You go online and you purchase it through an auction, whether it's eBay or it's a private auction site. That's how collectors get their rare coins now. The local coin shop cannot afford to keep that inventory. They can't. Even if someone comes into the shop and sells them a rare silver coin or a rare gold coin, they will buy it because it's got value, but they'll sell it to a wholesaler. They're not going to hold on to it and wait for a numismatist, right, or a coin collector to show up and walk into a local coin shop, because that's not how the market works now. So now these local coin shops, they're selling bullion. That's what they do. They get by every day selling silver and gold. And the margins for the coin dealer are slim, which means they're barely making any money. They used to make a lot of money when their inventory consisted of rare gold and rare silver. That was great. Those were the glory days. I'm talking about the 80s, the 90s. Those were the glory days. And that's why they stay in this profession. Now, it's specifically these three dealers that I spoke to, all of them, they said the same thing. They sell silver all day. The margins are so minuscule. I mean, they barely make a profit. I mean, it's really nothing. So they're retiring. And it's sad because they're not retiring kind of on a good note. They didn't get into this to sling silver, as we say in the silver stacking community. They didn't want to sling silver all day. They got into it because they were following a different path. And now the market is totally flipped. And the local coin shop is only selling silver. And now nobody's going in to buy gold, really. I mean, the ratio from people walking through the door to a local coin shop to buy silver compared to somebody who's walking in to buy gold, come on, it's mainly silver. The vast majority of silver. So this market is completely flipped. And it tells me that the local coin shop will not last much longer. Once these guys retire, I mean, look at the coin shop that is, if you have one that's within driving distance. Most people don't even have one. But if you have a local coin shop within driving distance, chances are very high that it's an old person who is like these dealers I'm talking about. They're about to retire. They'll close the doors and that shop will be gone. And you and I, as silver stackers, we will be forced to purchase our bullion online. And that tells me that not only has the market completely changed for the dealer, the person that that sells this bullion, but it's changing for us, the consumer, the person that's buying it, because as the mom and pop gets taken away, you and I as silver stackers, we're forced to follow the market that is at the whims of a small few, which means the large online bullion dealers. As we look ahead in the coming years, those large online bullion dealers, they're going to be setting the prices, and that's going to be a completely different game for us.